Green Hoffy coffee. I need to change scenes. What am I doing? This is going to be shambles today, all right? It's going to be complete nonsense. It's not going to be a good one, all right? It really isn't. But welcome to coffee time. It's coffee time. I'm Paul STL, and I'm going to make some coffee and talking nonsense for about an hour, I say. Today, I'm going to be doing an AeroPress of the good taste. No, I'm not. I'm going to be doing a espresso, some sort of espresso drink, probably an Americano. I'm not quite sure. Of the Colombian El Carmen Sherry Blackwell? No, Blakewell? No, that's not the Bakewell, Paul. Told you it's going to be nonsense today. I'm going to be doing an espresso of that. I've been having that all week, off and on. I've been having some AeroPresses on it. I've been having some espressos on it. It needs a very fine grind, which my grinder can only just do for that one in the espresso. But we're also going to open one of these and you guys get to choose. Oh yes. Oh yes. We've got the Guatemalan or the Ethiopian. Guatemala El Templo is raisins, nectarine and caramelized apples. No more information on that. And then you've got Ethiopian Burt Akana Siko. I hope I said that right. Tropical fruit, strawberry jam and plum. Do you want the Guatemalan or the Ethiopian? Shout out in chat right now. Berry Chackwell, that's the one. I knew I said it wrong. Mouth the word as well, because your welcome is the same as that. Yep. I mean, quite a few languages have the same word for, I think, like hello and goodbye, or like common words that like sometimes the same word. It's nonsense. Aloha. Doesn't aloha have several meanings? You might be mixing up with Dutch language. No, that sounds right. This one sounds right. Sounds. I keep saying sounds. It's not a sound. It's a visual action, Paul. It looks right. We're doing some BSL. We were just discussing BSL because my voice hurts and my throat hurts and it hurts to swallow and it feels like someone stabbed me in the neck. So the suggestion was I could do sign language, but I'm not going to because I don't know it. I know some words and that's it. We have one vote for Guatemala. Dutch one has less hand movement. It's just moving your hand upright position to flat, palm up. Okay.
Hey there, just a quick reminder, this is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays, or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video.
We'll go with Guatemala then, seeing as that's what's been shouted out in chat. You go away till next week. Right, you're going to be an espresso. We're going to do an AeroPress with this one, as always, with brand new ones. I haven't opened this before. I've never had it before. So let's give it a go. Yeah, this is the raisin, nectarine, and caramelized apples, apparently. I do like the little faces they've got on them. I don't know why. It pleases me. When I'm in my grumpy state in the morning, that is my face. Oh, it's a light roast. It's very light, actually. Let's have a sniff. Ooh, very nice. Don't know if you can see that. Can you see how light roast they are? It's very light. Ooh. Okay. Which means we're going to have to grind this slightly. We'll keep it on that. We'll see what that's like. The Colombian was light as well. It wasn't quite this light, I don't think. Okay. Let's get 14-ish grams. Grumpy state. Paul refused to believe it. Well, depends. It's all relative, isn't it? Maybe I'm always grumpy. I'm just a grumpy old man. Done with society. Oh, good. All my sounds just stopped working. Yep. My sound mixer has died. Oh, that's a good thing. Why? You can still hear me talk, but the music has died. You know what? We'll get this going and then I'll fix that. Hello? Did the stream die? What was the last thing you heard? Because my sound mixer has died. Luckily, my mic never goes through the sound mixer. I literally cannot. I can't restart the sound mixer. What is going on? Why is Spotify just stopped as well? Hold on, if I do this. No, that has died. Everything has died. Yeah, why? It's because I changed the volume of something on my sound mixer and it killed everything. The fuck? That's a new one on me. How odd. My Stream Deck has died. I think. Oh no, it's still alive. Is the bot live? Yes. Just no music. It did. OBS stopped streaming. But I noticed it like within like 10 seconds. It was very odd. Right, you need to die. End task. Nothing's that because no sound. The only sound that doesn't go via the sound mixer is my mic, because I control it more finely in OBS. Every other sound across the whole system. Sorry, it's making some weird noises in my ear. That all comes through the sound mixer, which is now rebooting. Okay. We're going to do some coffee, regardless. Can I change scenes? Oh, that's working. Okay, cool. That's working. Spotify's dead. Because the sound mix is probably dead. It's alright, you don't need music. Right? Hello? Is anybody out there? Is there anybody there? Right, so that's broken. Music should be a go. Sort of. I think so. Confirm. I can confirm. Right, okay, so that's working. For some reason, half my stuff isn't working. Is this working?
Great success.
Yes, that's working. Is this working?
Emotional damage.
Right, we got progress. Oh! It took a while. It took a while for the tablet to connect to OBS, and is now decided, yeah, switch to start screen because you started the stream like a minute ago. I should really turn that off. Right, things are back. Let's not push any more buttons. Nothing happened. Mobile users need to refresh. Can I announce this? How do I announce?
Hello. Can I show you something amazing that Neo did?
Hello?
You know this ball?
Yes?
He managed to take this out while keeping the ball intact.
Oh,
I'm very proud of him.
I'm very proud of him.
So yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, we can just put that back in there.
Yeah. I'm just impressed.
Yeah, he didn't destroy a ball, but somehow took it apart. Announcements aren't visible on mobile. Are you kidding? Jesus Christ. Twitch, come on. Why is the mobile app so crap? Anyway, look, we've got coffee. This is going to be a fucking pain in the arse to edit later. Gonna have like 20 recordings. And the same amount of bloody markers to put on it. What was I doing? I was doing an AeroPress. So we're doing an AeroPress of this Guatemalan raisin, nectarine, and caramelized onions coffee. It's extremely light roast. Like, for specialized coffee, specialist coffees like this don't normally go that light. That's the lightest I've seen in a long time. They're usually like a bit of a medium. That's a lot. That's interesting. It's interesting. But here we go. Let's go for. Fucking hell, I'm an idiot. Who wants to guess what I did? You can see it. You can see it on screen. Can you see that there? Can you see that? See that right there? Can you see that right there? I forgot to put the filter in. Ah! Oh, well, I got... You know what? This is fine. This is actually okay. We can still salvage this. We can salvage this because luckily I've got many, many devices for coffee drinking around here. And one of them is the straw, which has its filter built in. So I can just, there we go. We can just do that. And that's my coffee for today. That's first time ever. That's literally the first time ever I've missed a filter in the AeroPress. And it's all because we had technical difficulties that I completely just didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Oh, it's one of those days, guys. It's one of those days. I'm flustered. Just not thinking straight. It's fine. I'll be okay. Guess we're having 3 drinks today. Hey? I'm so tired of drinking coffee with a straw. Yep. Yay for coffee straw. Yay for coffee straw indeed. Which was lovely, gifted by the community. I would not have this without you. I would not be saving this this coffee without you guys. So anyone who's not seen a coffee straw before, it is a metal straw with a little bit of like silicone on the end so you don't burn your mouth. And it's got a filter built into the bottom. It's meant so that you can do this sort of thing, have grinds in your coffee directly and drink up it. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not obviously not my preferred way of drinking it. Interesting. Might try some milk in it. It's a very odd sensation drinking hot liquids through a straw, I will say. I don't normally drink hot liquids through straws. So it's very odd. I'm going to go rinse this out because it's got grinds all over it now. Shall we try again? Shall we try again? While this one cools down. It's a bit hot. It's a bit too hot to drink through a straw. Does the straw change the taste? Slightly, yeah. Not only does the straw add a slight metallic taste because it is metal, I think the act of using the straw maybe, like you say, oxygenates it slightly more when it gets to your mouth, so it does change taste a little bit. Just a little. But I'll be able to directly compare them in a second. Because look. There's a filter. There's 100% a filter in there. Oh, for God's sake. Also, thank you for clipping my failure there. Does it taste vaguely of silicone? No. I have to keep stirring it because I don't know if it's actually like extracted enough. But no, it doesn't taste like the silicone. It's more of a metallic taste. So anyway, once more we're feeling. Also, I don't know if I ground it the right level for the straw because I can never remember what level you meant to grind it at. Oh, today has just been a day of failures and problems. I'm looking forward to streaming with the guys later and just failing all over the place. Okay. No, I won't put milk in it yet. We'll do the AeroPress first. It was weird because the ground still stayed on top within it. Like they didn't fall through the holes instantly. I'm guessing some did. And I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. Just pour water on top. It's all your fault, OBS and sound mixer. Damn it, beacon thing. Distracted me. It was going so well. Those days are annoying. Ah, well, it's a Sunday. Why can't I do that in work and just get paid for it? No one cares if I screw up and work. There we go. There we are. We have an AeroPress on the go. Let's get a timer. Let's get a timer going. Oh, I didn't change to coffee. There you go. You can see it there. Oh man, I'm really not with it today, am I? Alright, that's the state of the coffee now. It looks about right. I'm guessing all the grounds are in the bottom. So, anyway, what's everyone else doing today? What's everyone else been up to over the weekend? It's just weird. It's weird drinking hot things through a straw. I'm just going to keep saying that. It's very weird. It's very weird indeed. I don't know if I've resized this camera to the right size. Hold on. That'll do. Should we have a dad joke? Let's do dad joke. Dad joke from Seribot. Dad joke is, what do you call a beehive without any bees? An e-hive. Oh, that was loud. Boo indeed. Boo indeed, Seribot. All right, come on. Man, that's loud. Wait, which channel is that coming through on? Oh, that could have been the wrong channel. Oops. It seems like my sound settings are a bit screwed up. Right, that's been 2 minutes. Let's add another minute on. So let's recap, shall we? Should we recap? My stream died. It feels like someone stabbed my throat. It hurts to swallow. I forgot to put a filter in. The stream died twice, actually. It's not going well today. I woke up late. When you shout people out, it plays clip audio from someone, but twice consecutively. I have no idea what that means. Well, it's time to go back to bed. It certainly is, I think. Yeah, it certainly is. Oh, it certainly is. Right, that's been 3 minutes. Let's get this AeroPress on the go. Give it a little jiggle and slowly compress. You don't have to do it at 3 minutes. You can do it 4, 5 minutes. It should be just as good, but the longer you leave it, the colder it gets. It should be at least 3 minutes, I would say. There we go. So, comparing the two, they were about About the same. This one just seems a little bit muddier because obviously it's got all the grinds in it. So let's have a sip of this one, which is the AeroPress one. Okay, I'm not tasting any of these flavors. It's not bad. A little bit earthier than the others. Let's put some milk in. That always picks things up, doesn't it? Right, first the straw. I might have to put cold water in this. This is terrible to drink. But let's give it a go. Not bad. Not really a strong flavour in anything. Yeah, it's alright, it's just coffee. Nothing outstanding there. Right, let's try the AeroPress one. Almost exactly the same, except it's got a slight stronger taste. Like some of those underlying, I mean, they were ground at the same level. They've been stewing, I mean, that one's been stewing for a lot longer because the straw is still stewing now, technically. You know, they still, the brew time is different, but the AeroPress one seems like it's got more body to it, and that's the only way I can describe it without being too pretentious.
Ah, yes, the underlying flavours there. I'm getting nectarines and raisins, and with a hint of caramelized apples.
I'm not getting any of that. I am getting like a richer body to it. It's like the straw one's flat flavors. This is a couple of levels. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it, that one as well. So it's like the AeroPress has opened up the flavors a bit more. God, I'm trying not to be pretentious. I've got an espresso machine. I am pretentious. Espresso machines aren't pretentious. Siphons, they're pretentious. Oh, what's my hair doing? I actually do want a siphon one day. I wouldn't be able to use it properly ever because it's just a science experiment, and doing one of those in your house is a bad idea. Oh, I can be pretentious because I got an espresso machine. No, yes, I know, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be like those wine drinkers that are like, oh yes, I'm getting the sea breeze on a Californian summer day where a sparrow is mutilating a rat. Oh yes, oh, the richness of it. I don't know why you'd want your wine to taste like that or remind you of that. Like that scene in Ratatouille when he eats the food and he suddenly turns back into a child. Not turns, but you know, has flashbacks. Like, oh yes. Yeah, I think the straw is definitely interfering with the flavors of this one. I could try and filter it. God, we could create some terrible science here. Like have it double filtered coffee. It's not bloody vodka. Oh yes. Yeah, the AeroPress is definitely much better. The straw one, I'm probably going to. I can't even down it. That's the other thing. It's not that great, and I can't drink it fast because the straw doesn't allow it. That's annoying. That is annoying. Oh well, that is the punishment for making a mistake. Remember, kids, never make mistakes ever. Be perfect all the time. Never make a mistake. How dare you make a mistake? How dare you? I mean, it's. And hello, good timing. I've been cocking up all this morning, and the message there, kids, is it's okay to make mistakes. It's not the end of the world, unless that mistake is to accidentally end the world. But that, admittedly, that's a very rare occasion. So it's perfectly fine to make mistakes with the caveat that you're not ending the world, because then it is the end of the world. But like I say, that's like a 0.003% chance that you're going to do that, so don't worry about it. I told you this is going to be absolute nonsense today, because I'm just not with it. How are you doing, Andy? How are you doing, Andy? Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, farewell, good hello. All the greetings. Tally ho. We're making some coffee. We're screwing up some coffee because I'm forgetting to put paper filters in the AeroPress. So I now have to drink coffee through a straw, which has a filter built in. Which is experience. I think I said this when we first got this and I tested it out. It would be okay for camping. Like, if all you had was coffee grounds, hot water, and this. It's pretty decent. I'd probably prefer instant though. And also, if you're going camping, just take an AeroPress. This is just like a last ditch attempt at trying to rescue my coffee here, because I was an idiot. I'm tired. I'm not usually up this early. I'm tired and I am usually up this early. It is 10 minutes to 1. OBS has already crashed twice. We lost all sound at one point and I fucked up my coffee. All in all, it's been a mixed Sunday so far. It's a very interesting straw. It's just a metal straw with some silicone on the end. Again, so you don't burn your lips when you're drinking, but it's got a focus, metal filter on the end, and that's it. So you don't have to filter the coffee, you can just have the, so I've got actual like ground coffee in this because I forgot to filter it. So it just fell through to the cup. So I'm just occasionally stirring it up and taking a sip. And you can see sort of like the grinds sticking to the filter. I think I've ground a little bit too fine for it. Nothing's coming through though. But unfortunately, the coffee then clogs up the filter as you're sipping, so you have to sort of like wash the filter off in the coffee so you can take another sip. So you can only take small sips towards the end because there's too much coffee clogging up. Right, that's too much. That's, oh, okay, yep, that's getting too strong. That's the end of that one. Oh. I definitely made a mistake there. Hopefully you can get some more rest. Yeah, go back to bed. Is you having trouble sleeping? 6 a.m. Wait, that means you're 7 hours behind, right? I can do maths when I'm tired, which means you are mid-US sort of region, as in on that line. Is that right? "6 a.m. is too early." It certainly is. Didn't even know it existed. Right. Oh. Should I have another coffee? Probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. We're gonna have an espresso now. We're gonna try an espresso. Let's go back to coffee scene. Two hours behind, I think. Because one here. Right, what am I doing? Doing this one. We're going to do the Colombian, the good one, the really tasty one. I'm not going to cock this one up. We're going to do 20 grams. Actually, looking at these, they're roughly about the same sort of roast level. Both light roast, I'd say. Yeah. Let's stick you there. Right. Let's make sure we put this down. We're all the way down to 2. I can only go one step finer, and even the grinder doesn't like being on number 1. So that's how fine I have to do this coffee. Midwest Sweden, yeah. Little dude woke up, so I had to change and feed him. Oh, okay, fair enough. Hopefully you can get some, get a nap time in later. Right, while we're doing that. Thank you, grinder. Filter. There we go, lovely ground coffee there. In it goes. Let's get it all in there, come on. Get our little tool and distribute. There we go. And we'll tamp. Let me tamp over here. Let me show you. Straight down. There we go. Let me just double check. Oh God, that even actually made it worse. What are you doing, Paul? There we are. Perfect tamp. Put our puck filter on top. Now, before we do that, let's line up the shot. Give her a clean, not clean, cooling flush. He was born on Halloween. Yes, good old Halloween babies. One of my best friends has 2 little girls. I suppose they're not so little now. And they're both born on Halloween. 2 years apart, I think. Which is, you know, just good fun. Good fun. double trouble. All right, let's angle that a little bit more there. Let's get some light in there. Oh God, having the shiny. I mean, that'll do, but it's just a lot of light, isn't it? Maybe I should. No, that's even worse. It's this part. This part seems to be shining a little bit too much. Can I? You know what? That'll do. Shiny machine. Not good for the camera. Let's go! Now this should come out, and it's going to be a little bit too, because again, I can't quite grind fine enough for this. That's, again, too much. It's a little bit too much, a little bit too much. Fantastic day to be born, it certainly is. My nephew was born on New Year's Eve, so he's always having a party. Okay. Right, I'm just going to do an Americano. I'm not going to do anything too fancy. So, coffee in. You can't even see that. There we go. Coffee in. There we are, look at that. Look at the crema on top of that. I'm actually going to have a quick sip of that as black. I mean, it's lovely and sweet. So the fact it's just a little bit too fast hasn't really impacted it too much. I could do it just being like maybe one step finer. But my grinder just won't do it. All right, Americano with cold water. Americano. There we go. Oh, I'm ridding it with it today. Yeah, so if it comes out of the coffee machine a bit too quickly, it has the possibility of being too sour because it's the water's coming through it too quickly in some areas, so it's a little bit odd. But this is like just on the right edge because I'm getting a lot of sweetness there with like just a hint of the sour. With the milk, it should hopefully be all right. It's a damn good cup of coffee. I just wish I had a better grinder to get that even better. Why is Discord mobile no longer opening Twitch links directly to a Twitch app? Discord had a bit of a blip yesterday where it wasn't doing any previews, so I'm wondering if there's something on their end that they've just broken. Also, are you on the latest Discord mobile? Because they are changing a lot of things. Also, hello Demps. Demps in the house. Your cousin had their child on 4321 day, month, year. Is that US or rest of the world day? That's the rest of the world. I'm suffering from Sunday blindness. Dem, but you missed the absolute chaos at the start of the stream. OBS has died twice. My sound died as well. I accidentally forgot to put a filter in the AeroPress, so now I have to drink using the filter straw. That's just bad. So now we have 3 drinks on the go, so I have an AeroPress here. It's just, you know, failures all around. It's one of those Sundays, I think. It's just one of those Sundays. What have you been up to anyway? How's your day? How's your weekend going? A reminder to anyone who is in the Discord, you have a sneak preview, a sneak peek at the Game Award. Start again, Paul. at the Game Awards edit from last week's stream, which is my yearly wrap up of the games I've liked. Last year was Tunic. This year, well, you have to watch the video to find out. But there is a edited version which will be going live to the public at some point this week. But you get sneak preview because you're VIPs, and I have no other way of paying you back for subscribing. I was sleeping so hard that the first time I got called for brunch, I thought it happened within my dream. Oh, I've done that before. Oh my god, I used to do that all the time. I've done that with an alarm. In school, I was just notorious. I mean, surprisingly, they never actually. My parents never, and no one in school picked up on the possibility of me having ADHD or anything like that, or not being functional in the morning either. I'm very much a night owl person. So when I had to wake up at like 7:30 in the morning, my alarm was going off next to my head. It would always be in my dream, and my dad would have to come in and shout at me to wake me up. I then somehow I accidentally turned on, I had like a hi-fi system, and it had an alarm thing built into it, but the alarm thing would turn the radio on at a certain time, and I have no idea how I did it, but I turned that on, and I couldn't turn it off for years. So at like 9 o'clock every morning, the radio would come on. But obviously radio is just music and talking. So I wouldn't wake up to it. It would just be adding to the dream. And the volume would preset to like a low level because somehow I set that. So it wasn't loud enough to wake anyone up. It was just a like low mumble in the corner. It's very odd, very odd. Now my phone alarm goes off and I just snooze it 10 times before I get up. I would genuinely not go to work until, if I could, I wouldn't go to work until after 10 a.m. if it wasn't for my first meeting every day being 9:30. At some point last year, my first meeting was 10:30, and that was perfect because I could wake up late. I could wake up, when my body wanted to wake up, and I could just work in my own time. Sometimes I wouldn't finish work till 7 p.m. because I was just in a natural flow of things. My body was just better prepared to wake up at that time. Now I got to wake up at like 9ish, and it's like forcing my body to wake up just doesn't work. I go to that first meeting and sometimes I just stop after it and go, right, now it's my wake up routine. No, I'm conscious for the meeting, but now I wake up, I make my coffee, I do my get up routine, and then I'll properly start work at 10. Because it's only a 10-minute meeting, so I have like 20 minutes where I can just like, right, I just need to wake up, and then I'll start properly work at 10. It's so annoying. My body just can't wake up early. That's the thing though, it can't wake up early for things like school or work. But if I've got to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning to get to the airport or something like that, I've got to do something I want to do. We had to be up early. God, what was it? Oh, we were going to Chester Markets with Sam and that. We had to be up fairly early for that because we had to drop Neo off at my parents' first, which just takes an extra like hour out of the day. So I had to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. My body was fine with that. It's just like, in fact, I only had 4 hours sleep. My body was like, yeah, I'm good. It's weird. I just can't do it in work. Force me to do it, I can't do it. Do it something I want to do, it's fine. Your parents dropped by unannounced to use a clothes dryer. Oh, Denver, no, I hate it when parents show up unannounced. Our parents know never to do that because we will just not answer the door. My mum used to have a spare key when I was living alone, because just in case something happened, I'd never give them a spare key. There is, there is a spare key somewhere. Someone has it, it's that sort of thing. But never give it to your family members. Give it to people that will 100% respect your boundaries. I got sent to the police for being chronically late for school. It's an actual medical condition, though. They've done studies saying that some people just don't function at that time of day. Humans were meant to have like 4-hour work periods and then relax, sleep, and then you don't have to sleep to sleep. I know that's a weird way to say it. Also, hey Bells, how's it going? You don't have to sleep to sleep. I've read many papers and studies on this that just being relaxed, let's say lying in bed, not on your phone, not doing anything, but just being relaxed and just like closing your eyes and just like not actually sleeping, but like getting to that point where you're ready for sleep. That is enough for your brain to shut down enough to regain some of that energy and stuff. So when you're fretting that, oh, I need to sleep, but I can't, I'm not on my phone, I'm just lying there, I'm restless. Just get up, do something, go back, relax. It's the relaxing part which helps your body. You do need sleep. You do need the deep sleep, but you don't need it for the whole night. Which is why some people can just function on 4 hours. 10 p.m. feels like the best time to go to work. I don't mentally wake up until 10 a.m. Yeah. Last Friday I was half asleep on a couch with Paul's stream on TV, and I got to the point where Paul was literally influencing my dream with what he was talking about. I've done that. I've done it. It's good. It's great stuff. You hit the wall about 3 p.m. And you used to have to do twilight dawn surveys, so I've trained yourself to get up early. Yeah, you have done very well training yourself to get up early. I just can't do it. I physically can't do it. The pandemic made it worse as well, because not having to get up earlier to drive into work just made it worse. Pandemic has ruined so much of my brain. It's like just embrace your ADHD. Just embrace what your brain wants to do. Sometimes it's easy for me to stay up all night. Yep. Sometimes I can function on 4 hours sleep. Sometimes I can't function until I have 10 hours sleep. It's weird. Socially acceptable working hours are stupid. They certainly are. Circadian rhythm, yeah. So as long as you get one deep sleep cycle, I think every 2 days, technically, but that deep sleep cycle where you first go to sleep, you need that because that helps with like growth and repair and a lot of maintenance tasks in your body. But you can just relax. And sort of like being that half asleep, daydreaming sort of sense where you are technically still awake, but you're also half asleep. That is enough for a lot of, like, you can do several hours of that and still benefit from it. If the work gets done, it shouldn't matter when, certainly. Your night's tomorrow, late night, lie in, boom, good to go for an all-nighter. Yeah, but you can do those one-off, but doing them 7 days in a row, like changing your pattern for the whole week is difficult. And that's my problem, is I need to change my pattern for 5 days of work. And that takes a lot. And then you have to maintain it. And because the weekends are just unscripted nonsense, you don't have to be up for anything in particular. Your body just kind of lets go and just like says, yeah, okay, I'll wake up whenever I want. So you have to maintain that. And I respect the people that can keep that and keep it going, but I like sleep. The time we went to Portugal and had to get up at 7:30 a.m, you just stayed up. Exactly, yeah, that's fine. didn't get to sleep on the airplane, so I was up for like 28 hours. Oh, I've been awake for, I think the maximum I've been awake for is 48 hours. And your body can do it one off. It works well, yeah, because then you can get up for Neo and stuff. Weekends are unscripted nonsense. Anyway, I need to drink my coffee. Two sets a year of nights you can cope with, yeah. It was why, so I used to do out of hours cover in work. And that was, you know, I would do my 9 till 5, my typical day. And then between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 a.m., I was on call, which meant I had to have a phone on loud, not like reacting to any emails and stuff, but if someone called, I had to do something. And it's, you know, like if one of the major systems went down, I had to fix it, or help fix it, or get the person who are other people on call to come in and fix it and stuff like that. So I was just there. I mean, that was not great for my anxiety because I was constantly just waiting for it to ring for 7 days because we did week-long rotas, Monday to Monday. But it also meant I had to do morning checks of the systems in the morning and then report and send an email. And that usually had to be done between, they said between 6 and 8 a.m. I usually did it at about 7:30. And then I'll go back to sleep. But then they started to force the handover email as well at 8, so I would just do them both at the same time. Because why not? But that ruined me for 2 or 3 weeks. I think I had to do it every 8 to 10 weeks. Every 8 to 10 weeks I had to do it. So I had to, not only was I completely anxious for a week, where I couldn't sleep properly, because even when I went to sleep, I had to wait, you know, it was just like, my brain was like waiting to wake up to answer the call. I then had to wake up early, be functional enough to do some stuff, then hand over a good hour or so before I usually woke up. Then I had to go do my normal 9 till 5. If I was called out during the night, I wouldn't have to do 9 to 5. I would balance it out and like maybe do a half day or whatever. Obviously because of working rules, but the morning checks didn't count towards that, so I had to just do my normal job. And then after the full week, where I was finally getting into a rhythm, because it happened on weekends as well, I was finally getting into a rhythm where I was like, okay, I'm getting up earlier by the end of the 7 days. I'd go back to my normal routine, but that would obviously take a week to get back into that because my body's shifted slightly, and it took me out for 2 weeks, maybe 3. It ruined my mental health. So just for that week, because I couldn't sleep properly. So I forced them to take me off it. And then when they mentioned this past, and that was like 6 years ago, when they mentioned maybe adding me back in the past year, I was like, no, and just threw mental health at them. It's like, no, here's all the emails and the reasons why and why you took me off it. I'm not doing that again. Because it would be worse now. It would just be so much worse. When I worked and lived in Belfast, I did night shift from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I wouldn't mind working my 9 till 5 sort of chunk at night. I wouldn't mind doing a night shift and stuff. The very rare times that I've worked night shifts, it's worked quite well for me. 4 days on, 4 days off. So after my last shift ended, I would stay up until 6 or 7 p.m. I would be fine for the other days I was off. Okay, fair enough. Can't do that anymore. If anyone gets in trouble, your end of the world. What? You'll call it at 3 a.m. What? I don't understand what that sentence means. Company didn't think the 4 days on, 4 days off schedule through though. Want 12 days holiday, only need to take 4 days off. That is true. I mean, technically, you're still on the rota for the 4 days off, but they have to treat it like a weekend, don't they? Like, you don't book the weekend off. So that's their problem. If you want 9 days off, you take 5 days off and take the week days off, and you have 9 days. So it's a similar situation. Oh yeah, you cover over this way, so it would take you. I mean, it would take you an hour and a half to get to maybe 2 hours to get to the furthest reaches over here. So that's you out of work for a good day and a half the next day, isn't it? Do you have to go in your night shifts? Are you just on call, or do you have to go in the office, or do you have to be like online constantly, or are you just there waiting for a call? Are you on call, or are you actually actively working? Because if they said while I was on the out of hours rota, hey, you've got to work 8 hours over the night as well, but don't bother doing your day job, I might have been okay with that. I can do my work anytime I want. Literally 24 hours a day, I can do my work. I would quite happily start 10 p.m. and finish early hours in the morning. You're in the office but waiting for something or nothing to happen. Can't really do my own work at that time. Oh, cool. So you're just going to be playing on your phone, mobile games, for like 12 hours. Do you want to borrow my Switch? Netflix, pretty much. Because no one else is going to be in the office, are they? Yeah, take a jigsaw or something. I suppose you can't. Have they got cameras? You have to be a bit careful, wouldn't you? They're probably monitoring what's happening on the Wi-Fi as well. That reminds me of in work we've got a 24-hour call center sort of thing. So someone has to man that, overnight, and it's always there, but they rarely get calls between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. Rarely, maybe 1 or 2 at most, but it's enough for one person to handle. But there's no work to do other than take those calls and then maybe call up the right people, make a note, write reports, whatever. Because all the day work has been done by the day people. So they had a TV up there where they would put all their call, like the call queues up and the call stats and stuff. And back in the like, I don't know, like 8 years ago or something, they used to watch YouTube on it, or they used to Netflix, or something like that. I think they had a Fire Stick or a Google Stick thing in it at one point. The IT security guy put in a system-wide ban for certain things. YouTube wasn't one of them. At one point, eBay was banned. There was a lot of like things were banned. Like Facebook was banned, so the social team couldn't do any of their work. There was weird things like that. But it meant that their Fire Stick or whatever it was in the TV didn't work. I was on the IT service desk. I was team leader at that point. So I remember having that call of, come on, these guys are doing the night shifts. They're bored as hell. Why have we suddenly blocked this? And I was like, well, it's not my... Nothing to do with me. I don't give a shit. I don't make the decisions. Talk to the security guys. But I was the one that had to go, like, figure it out. Like, maybe I take the IP off the thing, or, things like that. I had to... And then I have to negotiate with the networks team and the security team and say, look, these guys are literally... I mean, they're actually saving lives at some points, Can we not give them some sort of luxury of just
sitting there watching TV while nothing's happening. And I think it was me and the head of ICT were like, these guys deserve this. And then it was like the security guys and like the people that control all the devices and stuff. Because this TV wasn't even technically one of our devices. It's something they had bought on their own budget, which was a big no-no back in the day. But, you know, they managed to sneak it through before the rules came through. So it's kind of like, this isn't technically an asset of ours. We can't touch it. We're like, just fucking do it. Just do it. Because what's the worst that's going to happen? Worst that's going to happen is if they don't, they quit because they're bored, and we don't have anyone to do that job, which is a big no-no because it has to be covered 24 hours a day. That was your first job. 8-hour shift, was done with my assigned work within 2 hours, spent the next 6 hours watching YouTube. You had that a couple of years ago. Client demanded we'd work 1 day a week at their location on the other side of the Netherlands. Oh no. So 1 day a week we had to wake up at 4:30 a.m, go to a meetup spot, drive 3 hours, come back around 6, 7 p.m. Yeah. The problem with that, Deborah, is over here, well, in my job, if they're forcing me to go somewhere that isn't my usual working location, that travel time is work. So the moment I leave the house, so let's say you left the house at 5 to get to the meeting spot at 5:15 and you didn't get back until 7:30, you would have worked from 5 till 7:30 because you are traveling to a non-usual working spot. So you're working from that point on. Even if you're not like a traveling person, it's not, you don't have a works car or a travel allowance or anything like that. That is work. So, you could take the next day off. During your Belfast time at the 12-hour shift, we spend hours playing FIFA on the Xbox or play pool in the cafeteria. Fair enough. Why not? If they want people to do the horrible jobs, they've got to give them some sort of luxury, haven't they? Or pay more. One or two. Right, I'm now drinking the espresso. It's very nice. We're going to be wrapping this up very shortly. I shouldn't be talking this much. I've got a terrible throat. Like I say, so it feels like someone stabbed me in the throat. But only when I swallow. I have to ask how that works in the Netherlands. I think you should get travel allowance if you travel more than X distance. Yeah, so my official office isn't home. It's the office that I would have gone to before the pandemic every day. But if I have to go to any other office for any reason, that travel time is work. So I used to go down to Cardiff from North Wales, which would be a 4-hour train journey, which sometimes I would start at 7 a.m, let's say. So I'd be working from the moment you leave the house, that is. Which is great, because I get to Cardiff, and it's usually lunchtime, so I go for lunch. I'm just meant to work on the train, and I did do work on the train, but there's very little work you can do when there's no Wi-Fi signal. They have Wi-Fi on the trains now, but they're spotty at best, so I can't really dial into meetings or anything. So occasionally I would dial in on my work mobile to a meeting, and that's about it. There's literally not a lot I could do. I'd write up maybe a few emails to send when I actually got to the office, but that was in my previous job. I could do a lot more. Well, no, I couldn't. I can't technically work without internet because of the way they've set me up. But you know, it's if you can't work, you can't work. That's not your fault. You're still traveling for work. It's just you could use that time a bit more wisely. Managers negotiated some sort of travel compensation, but the client then demanded, since we left earlier from their location to beat traffic, we make up those hours not working over the course. Right, fair enough. Your client should not be able to demand that sort of thing, in my opinion. Right. I'm gonna probably wrap this up very shortly. No Lego, no games today. We are going to be playing some Return to Moria, Dwarven Diggy Times, with Mr. Cool Runnings and Mr. Sanalytical at 7 PM UK time, which is 2 PM Joe's time. My hair is doing some weird stuff. I think I need to go wash it. So we're going to be, for the first time, going into Return to Moria. We've all played the tutorial bit, so I don't know what point we're going to jump in. It's a bit weird. I don't know if you have to do the tutorial every time you start up a new world or if it's per character. But so far, it's a fun game. It's good graphics. I mean, I got a little bit lost in it. I spent an hour past the tutorial and I was like, oh, I should stop because I'm doing stuff I should be doing with the guys. So it's going to be a very enjoyable game. So that's 7 PM today. Tomorrow is back to Baldur's Gate 3 at 6. I don't think there's anything else to mention there. At some point during the week, my Game of the Year Game Awards video will be going public. Again, if you're a VIP in the Discord, you get to see that early. And what are we doing Friday? What are we going to do Friday? Oh yeah, so we finished Pokemon. So Friday's a little bit open at the moment. My thought is I might play a game that is in that Game Awards video. Like revisit the games from last year that were good. Your bosses were the type to jump through every hoop possible to please the client. Puh. Worst. Worst. No expectation management. Nope, that's the worst. Facebook keeps recommending the manager I had at the client as a friend. Nope. So yeah, Friday, I think. So let me think. We might play some Shadows of Doubt Friday. And then Sunday, we'll be doing coffee, and I might play another game that's in the Game Awards, another chill game. Either that, or maybe we'll go back to Satisfactory. I want to go back to City Skylines 2 for another run, see how that's going. I think for a couple of weeks we're going to be revisiting some games. I haven't really made it on my mind. We'll see how I feel on the day, maybe. Although I should be doing the schedule today, shouldn't I? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. The Electrician Simulator, I saw that. There's a lot of simulator games though. There's so many simulator games, and a lot of them are like, they're alright. So I don't know. I do want to get into them. As for new games to play, I don't know. I've got a list of things. Is there anything I've bought? I need to figure out if there's anything I've bought and haven't played that I want to play. We'll see. Tempted because your dad is a licensed electrician. So was my dad. I know electronics. I can do it. I know how electric works. What else? There was something else I needed to mention. Oh yeah, starting. Hasn't officially been announced yet, so this is brand new information. It will be announced shortly, but it's looking like the Cosmic Heart first fundraiser is going to be starting not this week, the week after. So it's the 15th tomorrow. It'll be the week after. We might be doing some charity stuff. So if anyone has any charity milestone plans, chuck them in the Discord. Let me know if you want any, like, £10 to do X or whatever. Let me know, because I'm struggling to think what to do. But I will be jumping in on that fundraising thing when it starts. I think it's going for like a week and a half. I don't know if every stream I do. I suppose it would. Every stream I do could just be the charity one. I'm not sure how long it goes for, so we'll see. We'll see. Electrician Simulator isn't too bad, but it's filled with stock assets. Oh, okay. Well, that's not. You can't really blame game designers for doing that. It's cheap. I think you need more shitty coffees to drink as an incentive. There's an idea. There's an idea. Unfortunately, most of my streams are in the evening, so what? You're gonna make me drink coffee at 8 PM? IRL character creator and reaching the goal. My character creation is set in stone, then, but there's not a lot of customization left on this character. Trust me. I do have. So I've thought about this. I'll give you a bit because I think my goal is going to be £500 or $500 or whatever the monetary value is. It's gonna be 500 because I think that for my community that's a pretty decent stretch, you know, like if all of you donated a little bit plus extra. What are we fundraising for? I'm not going to announce that because it hasn't been announced officially yet. I'm not going to tell you yet. 500 credits. Oh shit, we're in a dystopian future. Yeah, it's good, and I have. If we hit that, I know what I'm going to be doing. So I know what the end goal is going to be. This time, next fundraising, I have a better idea, but I haven't done a fundraiser on Twitch before. I haven't done charity stuff before. It's my first one in Cosmic Heart. I don't know if 500 is too small, too big, no idea. So 500 is going to be the goal. We'll probably have like milestones of 100, 200, things like that. Maybe every 100 or something. So I need some ideas for that. Incentives for, you know, donating 10, 20, 50, something like that. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm going to make stuff up as I go along. I kind of need to decide before it starts though. So this week, any ideas, let me know. Don't tell me now, I'll forget. Stick them in the Discord for God's sake. So Horrible Coffee's one. Add one of your accessories as the stream goes on. Oh, I've had an idea. That's given me an idea. We could make it charity based. It's a charity based in Australia, is what I'll say. I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to announce something before the official team announcement. Always stick a googly eye on the face. Oh God, no. Sonny. I'm going to be a biblically accurate angel at the end. Yeah, just send me like a perp. Don't send it in chat now because this chat disappears. Send it to me somewhere on Discord or wherever. £20 for 5 minutes of Australian accent. Oh God, no! 5 minutes? That's insane. Don't do that. Oh. Go buy some hair dye. You can wash straight out. Why wash it out, Denver? Why wash it out? Hair chalk. Oh God, no. Oh, well, that's me saying, oh God, no, is probably a good incentive then, isn't it? If I'm going, no, let's not do that. I'd have to bleach my hair first. Yeah, I know, and that would ruin my hair. My hair is good. We got ideas. We've got ideas. Anyway, we are going over to let me just make sure. Let's go over to Radders. Speaking of Cosmic Hearts, speaking of fellow team members, let's go over to one of our team members. Let's go over to Radders, who's playing some Baldur's Gate 3. Just looking like, if I'm honest, they're probably ahead of me in the story, so spoilers for that. But let's go over there anyway. Thank you all for sticking around for this absolute nonsense of a chatting stream.